All right, who's next?
Page 5 going down.
Julian Tovar.
That's also mine, Judge. I've conferred with the state. I believe there's still some discovery that's outstanding.
Yes, yeah, we're waiting on some Instagram messages, which I did just receive, and in the process of uploading. So that's gonna be as well.
All right, Ms. Ferguson,
Yes, sir.
recall this on the same date as his previous client. We'll call it for November 4th and state at that time you need to be prepared to tender an offer.
Yes, Your Honor.
The scene opens quietly, but tension sits in the air. The judge is moving through cases, one after another. We hear routine exchanges, attorneys, clerks, and the judge confirming dates and discoveries. It's procedural, calm, and almost mechanical. A commentary. You can feel the rhythm of courtroom life. Serious, yet repetitive. Everyone seems used to it. But soon things are about to turn deeply personal. Question. Have you ever seen how fast a courtroom can shift from calm routine to raw emotion?
All right, so this is a motion to revoke. That they violated the contract. That's what the state is alleging, because they're on probation, and they're on probation for aggravated robbery. The range of punishment is 5 to 99 years or life in prison. So either they're going to do a contested. When they do a contested, what that means is that the defendant is saying, this is not true, what's in this motion, so I want to fight the charges against me. And then what they'll do is the state will have to call witnesses. But on motions to revoke, the burden of proof is less. You know how normally in law school, they tell you it's proof beyond a reasonable doubt? But the allegations in this motion is preponderance of evidence.
The judge begins explaining a motion to revoke. It's serious. A violation of probation for aggravated robbery, a charge carrying 5 to 99 years in prison. Her tone is firm, informative, but direct. Commentary. When you hear 5 to 99 years, it hits hard. This isn't just a warning. It's a reminder of how quickly life can turn with one bad choice. And what would you feel if you stood there knowing one wrong move could mean life in prison?
All right, who's here on Joshua Jacob Cannon? Yes. Hello.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Morning.
Jason, your hand is working on it.
Okay. Hello.
You put him on the left or the right, Judge?
Oh, no, he's in the center. You're on this side. All right, so are you all proceeding on the motion to revoke?
We had the recommendation that MRT, this is going to go forward. Yes, that's the MRT and the ILB.
All right, the court is calling 2023 CR 2570B State versus Joshua Jacob Cannon. Can I have parties announced for the record?
Jason, your Honor.
Mark Lifford, fence, Judge.
And are you Joshua Jacob Cannon?
Sure.
All right, so here's the thing. You got to save the tears because we're here on a motion to revoke because the state is alleging that there are some actions that you did that were a violation of your conditions. Do you understand? All right. So are you the same Joshua Jacob Cannon who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2023 CR 2570B for the offense of aggravated robbery on June 12, 2023 for a period of 10 years? Is that you?
We meet the defendant, Joshua Jacob Cannon. The judge asks, are you the same Joshua Jacob Cannon placed on deferred adjudication for aggravated robbery? He quietly says, yes, sir. The courtroom feels heavy now. His soft yes echoes like a confession. Emotional note. His tone isn't defiant, it's broken, resigned. A question. Is this the sound of guilt or regret?
How do you plead to that, true or not true?
True.
Any objections?
No objections, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you to life in prison?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand if you have some sort of an agreement that you worked out with the state, I don't have to follow that. Once you've pled true, I can sentence you to life in prison. Do you understand that?
I understand.
Knowing that you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
Yes.
Court is finding violation of condition number 2 true. Is there a
The moment of
proposed
truth,
agreement?
Joshua pleads true to the violation. The judge warns him by pleading true she could sentence him to life in prison. Still, he nods and accepts it. Commentary. That's a haunting moment. A young man admitting fault, fully aware of what's at stake. Would you have taken that risk or fought the charges hoping for mercy?
All right. Let me ask you something. Do you want to go to prison?
No, ma'am.
Then why are you doing this?
I make bad decisions.
No, I mean, here's the thing. You have decisions that you have to make. And on the one hand, your decision is, do I want to do this? If I do this and I'm caught, I can look at life in prison. And then what ends up happening is your attorney has and this is where I've been a defense attorney before. This is where the attorneys are throwing themselves on the mercy of the court, saying, please let this judge follow our agreement, even though I don't have to do it. So when you're making decisions and knowing you could go to prison, and you're still choosing to do this nonsense.
I've been going to NA meetings. I've been going there for 2 weeks.
Mhm.
So I've been trying to.
Well, but see, here's the thing. You've been on probation since 2023 and you only have two weeks. What have you been doing with your life? Do you have employment?
Yes,
What do you do?
I work for Hill Country Waste Solutions. I've worked 60 hours every week.
Mhm. But you find time to do this. So, I mean, I will tell you, and your attorney will tell you, and Mr. Gareham will tell you. How old are you?
20.
You're 20. Do you know how many 20-year-olds are at the prison?
Then comes the turning point. The judge asks, do you want to go to prison? Then why are you doing this? Her words cut through the silence. She's not angry. She's frustrated. She's seen this story too many times. A 20-year-old making choices that lead to destruction. Commentary. This isn't just a judge. It's a warning voice of reality. What do you think? Is she being too harsh, or is this tough love exactly what he needs?
And if you don't want to get your life in order, you know what's going to end up happening? You're going to be at the prison. I will still remember you because I remember all the people who come through here. But you know what everybody's going to say? Oh, well. And this is what I can tell you about the government. The government may not have money to build state hospitals, but they will always find money for the prisons. And whether or not there's supposed to be 5 people in the cell or 2 people in the cell, they will put 5 people in that cell. They will put 6 people in that cell because they're not going to let you just be out here and say, oh, well, you know, it's overcrowded, so we don't have another jail, so we'll just let him be out here. That's not the way it works. And he can tell you that's not the way it works. And if you're drug tested today, are you going to be positive? You need to tell the truth and shame the devil. What are you going to be positive for?
Marijuana.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I know people say marijuana is not a big thing, but when you're on probation, guess what? And your attorney will tell you this. You're not even allowed to drink alcohol in your house.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're not even allowed to smoke marijuana in your house. If you do, you know what that's telling me? You want to go to prison.
Joshua admits he's been attending NA meetings for only 2 weeks, even though he's been on probation for nearly a year. The judge raises an eyebrow, clearly unconvinced. She challenges him. What have you been doing with your life? Observation. She's not just questioning his behavior, she's questioning his direction. Question. Do 2 weeks of effort cancel out months of mistakes, or is it too little, too late?
So I'm going to give you a decision. And what I can tell you is, you know yourself better than your attorney does, better than I do, better than probation, better than the state does. So I want you to look deep inside yourself and discover and realize whether or not you can complete this probation or not, because you signed up for probation to be on probation for 10 years. So that's 2033. If you cannot complete this probation and you know you cannot complete this probation, just let us know. I will sentence you to 5 years in the prison. Otherwise, I will follow this agreement that you've reached. They're going to give you UAs and they're going to test for levels. If those levels go up, that signifies that you're using, and a motion to revoke is going to be filed, and we're going to be right back here. So those are your only two choices. I'll give you the MRT, the intensive outpatient treatment. I'm going to make you do NA meetings, and they're going to test for levels, or you can call it a day, and I'll send you to 5 years in the prison. Which do you prefer?
TR meetings.
Then comes one of the most powerful speeches of the entire video. The judge says, the government may not have money for hospitals, but they'll always have money for prisons. Commentary. That line is pure truth. Harsh, but real. She paints a picture of overfilled cells, overcrowded lives, and a justice system that never runs out of space for failure. Do you agree with her? That society invests more in punishment than in rehabilitation?
You had time to internalize that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because I will tell you, the state will tell you, I've sent 20-year-olds to prison before.
I just,
And Judge, I know he's very emotional right now, but when I've talked with him, he has conveyed he needs help. I mean, he has been self-medicating. He got in a real bad accident about 1.5 years ago, jacked up his hip, no excuse, but he needs help to figure out not doing that. I mean, he takes full responsibility, Judge.
All right, probation, I'll deny the and I'm sorry, probation, are you recommending this as well?
Yes, Judge.
All right, the court will deny the motion, alternate amending conditions to include the MRT, IOP.
The judge gives Joshua a choice. Take the deal, with intensive treatment, NA meetings, and strict testing, or go straight to 5 years in prison. He chooses treatment, emotional and teary. His lawyer steps in, explaining that Joshua was in an accident, that he's been self-medicating. The courtroom softens. Commentary. This is the human moment. Not just crime and law, but pain and hope. Would you have believed in his potential for change?
And I'm gonna want UAs, test him for levels. And he's gonna do sober support meetings. In 30 days. And your levels should start going down. Do you understand?
yes, ma'am.
Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
Judge Austin, do you want me to put that as way?
How often are you, because it's marijuana in his system?
Every 2 weeks, Judge.
All right, so there's gonna be UA every 2 weeks until he presents with a negative UA. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? All right,
The judge agrees to deny the motion to revoke. She sets strict conditions, UAs every 2 weeks, 30 meetings in 30 days, and complete sobriety. But her tone stays sharp. If your levels go up, you'll be right back here. Commentary. It's mercy with boundaries. Compassion doesn't mean blind forgiveness. Question. Do you think this kind of strict structure helps people recover or pushes them to break again?
can go off the record. Here's the thing, everything that you do from here on out, I'm gonna help you with your decision making. If your actions could result in you being revoked and going to prison, you shouldn't do it. If your actions are like, maybe this is something I can get revoked for, maybe not, you shouldn't do it. Do you understand? Because otherwise you're gonna be at the prison and either you are, well, first a motion to revoke will be filed. Either you're gonna make bond or you're not. If you don't make bond, we'll bring you over dressed in orange. We'll hear it. And either you're gonna get revoked or not, and either you'll end up in prison or not. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
The final lecture, and perhaps the most important lesson. The judge warns him, if your actions could send you to prison, don't do them. Simple words, heavy truth. Joshua quietly replies, yes, sir. Emotional takeaway. It's more than a warning. It's a final chance. Question: can words like these truly change someone, or do people only learn after losing everything?
Oh, well, I have two students here. Okay. And here's for your client some tissue.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Mark.
So he's an attorney.
Thank you, Judge.
Here's that.
Losing my mind.
Oh, it is new. Just give me 1 second. All right, what are the case?
We have an agreement, but last setting, Judge, and I've talked with the state probation, we had looked into drug court because we believe that, and I don't want to speak for probation, but we believe that he'd be an excellent candidate. We had filed a request he had gotten denied before, but it was because he had an active warrant, so they wouldn't even screen him. The next screening is tomorrow morning, and so the state's not opposed if you would consider resetting him a week, if you would consider allowing him to apply to see if he's eligible for drug court. On Mr. Renteria, and then we have a sentencing on Mr. Gomez.
Okay, just 1 second.
Yes, Your Honor. Are they in your class or are they just in high school?
Oh, they're at St. Mary's, so they're coming by to figure out if they've made the right choice for this profession. I think they have.
No one likes lawyers.
The courtroom winds down. The judge hands tissues to his attorney. The mood shifts, calm again, almost gentle. But the message lingers, choices define fate. On professional overview, this case of State versus Joshua Jacob Cannon is a lesson in second chances. It shows how justice can balance discipline with empathy, giving offenders structure instead of chains. The judge's honesty, though sharp, comes from a place of wanting change.